Alright, this is Andrew with Jordan Home Inspections. Today is August 30th, 2024. We're at 1343 East Roosevelt Ave. We have the camera pushed out 115 feet to the city connection. Now we're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. So that first connection point is called the nose on. That's where it goes from your lateral line into the main city line. Looks like it's cracked. You can see on the left, well actually this is on the left side of the pipe, but center of the screen. That's an area where if that joint were to break off, that could allow soil to collapse in, and that's right before it goes into the city line. And so if that soil were to block that spot, it could start backing up towards your house. Looks like clay from what I can tell so far. Maybe transite, honestly. Transite is a cement asbestos pipe. Clay has a little bit more of a terracotta red color. I'm noticing a little bit of an offset on some of these pipes where the pipe is slipped. You can see on this one there's a lip on the left hand side. Those are spots where waste could collect and create a blockage where it could back up towards the house. This looks like a sewer access point. I walked through the yard looking for other access points, so I just turned the light off on my camera head, and you can see that there's light shining down into the line. I don't know where this is, but I would imagine that you have another access point somewhere in the yard and it's missing the cap. Might be worth having this located by a drain specialist. That way you can get a proper cap on it, or ask the seller. They might know where the access point is. But you don't want to have, obviously, an open line that's open to air where something could fall in, or dirt, or a kid could put something down the line and cause a blockage. A little bit of an offset there. Pretty good size one there. Those are all spots where waste could collect and create a blockage. So far, it does look pretty clean. There's a little bit of buildup on that lip. Going real slow. I don't see it very often, but I'm making sure it's not Orangeburg. Orangeburg was used decades ago, but it was like a compressed cardboard, basically. Over time, it can become very, it can basically just smash and become very oval, where the diameter of the pipe reduces. It's not a very good type of pipe to have, but I haven't noticed that any of these joints have looked oblong at all. But it is a very similar color. Another offset, bigger one here, a couple roots coming through the side. There's a bigger root. I would certainly recommend getting the insurance on this line, and that would help offset the cost if and when there's a bigger issue. Something unique with this house is you have a sewage ejector pump in the basement. Those are used typically when when your sewer line goes out above the basement slab. And so it's possible that here they didn't have any bathrooms or anything in the basement, and then they added the bathroom or added drains downstairs, and that required them to lift everything up so that it could go out with gravity through the sewer line. Nothing wrong with them, but it is one extra system that a lot of houses wouldn't have. So another offset, more roots, another pretty good size offset there. And you can see on that root how the toilet paper is getting caught. That's what you don't want, and that's what can continue to happen. Little cast iron through here. Now we're just going back up the stack. The clean out that I went through was in the center of the driveway. There's the gas meter. So we're back almost to the back corner of the house, basically to the back corner of the original footprint. So I would recommend finding out where that clean out is so you can get a proper cap on it. You shouldn't be able to see daylight pouring into your line. The roots are big enough that you could have them cleaned now, especially since there's already a little bit of waste getting stuck. The last thing I'm going to add is I would recommend a better cover on this cap, or on this clean out. You have a little rubber cover where if somebody were to drive on it, that could damage it or push it down into the line. At a minimum, I would put a nice metal grate over it to protect it from being driven on. And then, I may have already said this, but you definitely want to have the insurance on this line. I'm just going to put emphasis on that because this is an older line. There's already a lot of offsets that can continue to move or cause blockages. I'm going to end this recording now.